Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Hence back with another video, and today's video is going to be a gameplay video on how to beat somebody with an absolute god squad. I know a lot of people have been asking for a gameplay video, not just market and, that other stuff, kind of related content, and I felt like I wanted to branch out a little bit, so this is going to be a gameplay video. I'm not sure how it's going to do on the channel, but regardless, I think they're fun to upload, so we're going to go ahead and do this. So this was against, I think it was a viewer of the channel, if I am not mistaken. I think he's in Sleeves' Discord at the very least. His name was Marner to Matthews. See MM16 to AM34. So he has an absolute god squad, and I go over it at the end of this video. But to start off the game, I'm just going to kind of explain, my thought process through the whole game. As you can see, he's got like 900 games played to my, 350, almost 400. So he's got a lot more experience than me. This is Division 2, so it's not super high tier gameplay, but it's also not super low tier gameplay. And the thing that you want to know about playing against high tier players with god squads is that you want to get off to a lead early, and you want to control the possession of the game. Ideally, you want to have the puck as far away from your own end as possible for the whole game. You don't want to be, passing it around in your end. You don't want to be passing it to your defenseman because you could get a turnover and their players are just going to be faster than yours. So basically what you're going to want to be doing is you're not going to want to be turning the puck over as much as possible. You're going to try to enter the zone, look for a shot opportunity and then let it go. So that's kind of my goal here going into this. Now, as you'll see, luckily for me, he was not very good at faceoffs, and I think that was a major determinant as to why I won this game. I scored a few goals off faceoffs and stopped him from scoring a few goals off faceoffs, so that was like the major reason as to why I think I won this game. So if you can win faceoffs and you can learn faceoffs, I think Sleeves has a video about it. If you want to check out his channel, then you can go ahead and watch that, and that'll teach you a lot about faceoffs. But here I was just looking for a passing opportunity. I get it up the ice a little bit. I turn it over here. Now, it's very important to make sure that you control, you take away time and space here. I read the pass that he was going to make, so I switched to Bookaboom and pre-hit the guy so that when he received the puck, he would have got hit. There's a bad turnover for me, but basically here, the first, first period or first half of the first period was really just a feeling out period to see the play style of your opponent and how you can counter that. And I think that being able to adapt to a lot of different play styles is going to make a big difference in your gameplay, and adjusting the way you play to match other people's play. So there I stepped up really big, and I should not have, but I realized that he wasn't trying to go for the glitch trap this entire game. So my philosophy was that if I can, I'm just going to keep him to the outside. If he wants to go behind the net, he can go behind the net. I'm not going to chase him because he's not going to do the glitch trap, and I'll protect the pass in front of the net here. So I'm kind of just trying to keep him to the outside, not really give him a lot of good shot opportunities there. He got a good shot there, but Demko made a nice save. I turned it over here, bad turnover. I think I send it back to Makar, and now he has one guy in the zone so behind me, so it's like a 4-on-3, or sorry, 5-on-4 going the other way. I pass up to Matthews. I try to do the short side wrister there off of the turn, off of the rush. Usually works pretty well, but it didn't work for me there. Now, basically what I'm doing here with my defenseman is I'm faking myself stepping up. Obviously, getting manual line changes is super important too, but I'm faking stepping up on hits so that it forces him to make a decision, and then I don't go through with the hit. So he already is making a decision in his head what he wants to do, and it gives me time to think about how I'm going to counter him. So I try to go for a backdoor pass there. He makes a nice interception of it. Nylander, it goes up to Yossi. Yossi steps back, takes a backhand shot, which is kind of bad, but McDavid with the short side wrister, it goes in, and that's what I mean. Getting an early lead, making sure that you're in the lead, allows you to, be able to make mistakes that aren't going to cost you the game. You'll see towards the end of the game that I take a few penalties that I probably shouldn't have, but since I was up in the game, it allowed me to take those penalties and be a little bit more risky, and, stop him from scoring goals, right? So, basically, what you want to be doing is being positionally very strong. This is like the token Hens goal here. You cut up to the center and you pass it to the guy rushing in. This is why I recommend to you guys to not have the carry option on your strategies. I would rather have the dump option because your players, as you can see by that play that I just made before that I was talking about, your players rush into the zone much faster and it gives you opportunities for passing. Now, I am not going to sit here and say that I don't necessarily have my own God squad. But I don't necessarily have the biggest god squad, and the reason for that is that my fourth line is a bunch of gold players, because I sent a lot of my collection in to get Slavkovsky done, to get Yager done, and I'm basically at no coins right now. I need to work the market a little bit more, but my entire fourth line is just 84, 82, rated gold players. I think I have Larkin, Tage Thompson, and I forget who my right-handed winger is, but it might be like an 84 overall MSP card just to grind the challenges out. And basically what you want to be doing is you want to be cycling it so that if you, at the end of the world, have to play your bottom line, if all your other lines are gassed, you want to make sure that you can have your top defensive pairing out with them, because that way, it cuts away some of the liability that you have. You'd never want to have your worst line and your worst defensive pair out together, especially if you don't have the best team, because that way you're going to put yourself into a serious disadvantage. So I made sure that whenever my fourth line was out, I at least had my first or second D pair out, preferably your first, but obviously second is possible too. And that's kind of the goal here. And as you can see, I think my players go for the change here. I'll check my lines here. Okay, so I put my second defense out because I know that by the time my first D pair gets max charge, that'll probably be the time that my fourth line comes out, and I'll be able to, cycle through my lines that way. I win another good face-off here. Bad turnover. See, this is what you want to avoid. See how I fake the step up with Edvinsson and kind of come back, force him to the outside with Slafkovsky, and boom, I get a turnover. I tried to skate by him because I thought Unstoppable Force would have been able to, give me the edge there, but it didn't. I get a nice turnover here from McKinnon. I make a bad pass, but Slafkovsky gets a god bounce. He makes a really nice poke with Bouwmeester, but that would have been a goal otherwise. And Poulin is just showing off her skills, how she doesn't got knocked off the puck that easily. As I say that, she gets knocked off. But see how I'm skating back already with Slafkovsky, giving myself extra support. Even if I want to make that step-up play like I did with Makar, Slafkovsky's already coming back and filling in his position. And you need to manually do that because your players don't automatically do them themselves. And it leaves you prone to, getting counterattacked really easily. So make sure you control your forwards on the back check, and then you can switch to the defense last second. But make sure your forward is already in place before that can even happen. So I think here is when the face-offs come into play very importantly. As you can see, I know that he has Bobby Holik, I think, taking the face-off here, but I was wondering why he did the forehand draw, and I kind of countered it there, and it led to a goal by Amanda Kessel. First of all, she had a great game this game, but second of all, realizing that my opponent was trying to bait for me to do the stick lift there when he did the forehand draw, I realized that, and I said, you know what, maybe I'll try tying him up. Even though that's the least probable win for that face-off type, I'm like, you know what, I think I'm going to try tying up. And so he kind of baited me into trying to stick lift him, and I tied up, and it ended up getting me the goal off of the face-off there. Matthews sends it back to Kessel. I'm trying to cycle around the zone here, trying to stop him from getting a counterattack. Make sure I get the puck low so it gives my forwards time to backcheck when he's coming and counterattacking me. And now I have my defenseman and my forward backchecking in a good position. The Seguin backcheck there leads to a turnover by Marner. Not a turnover, but it stops his rush chances. I'm just trying to clog up the middle of the ice. I cut back, send a pass to Seguin. Seguin cuts to the middle, token Henschel right to Kessel, bang. Kessel with a beautiful goal. That's a very important way that you want to score off the counterattack is, cutting to the middle there and either saucing or power passing. Power passing meaning holding down the right trigger to send it to Kessel, who's streaking into the net, and you want to go forehand or forehand, backhand, and shoot there. I think this year forehand, backhand is much more effective than backhand, forehand, backhand. So just keep that in mind when you are, on a breakaway this year. So he cuts right down the middle there. He scores a nice goal. Positionally there, I kind of let him part the Red Sea, as I like to say, on my defenseman. And Jay Bouwmeester skates right down the middle. Obviously, he's hard to knock out the puck, and he's super fast, so that goal is going to happen. So here's what I was talking about. I have my fourth line out right now. I have Tage Thompson, Larkin, and Patrick Laine is my other right winger. And I made sure that I had Dobson and Bukabu, my first pairing, out, just so that I can, kind of counter his top line being out there right now, because I think that, this is his top line and top D pairing, but it ends up working out well for me because I can, kind of control the play with my top D pairing out on the ice. I even get some offensive zone time. I make a turnover here. Now, if I had my third pairing D out, I would not have been able to skate back enough to counter this turnover, but it ends up leading to me giving the pass up to Tage Thompson, and I'm on the counterattack already. I turn it over again, but as you can see, Dobson makes a good defensive play because, he has that 99 Nylander. I have my 99 Dobson. I make sure that I can get the back check on him and win that sort of play. And then I killed the period off with that, having my fourth line out as minimal as possible. As you can see from the stats there, it's a pretty close game right now. We're both not taking a lot of shots, but that's what I was saying before. You don't really want to be taking a lot of shots, and that way you're countering his if you're not taking shots, you're not turning the puck over. And if you're not turning the puck over, you're countering him being in your zone. And if I already have the lead like I do 3-1, I don't really need to worry too much about scoring goals. But there you go. He makes a bad turnover. It sends it to Nylander. Nylander comes back the other way and scores a nice goal. So just keep in mind, oops, sorry, I hit my controller there. Just keep in mind that you want to build a lead, and like I have right here, 4-1, this is where you can start to get a little bit sloppy. And, your mistakes aren't going to hurt you as much like I did right here. I turned it over there. Another bad behind the back pass. You want to avoid those bad behind the back passes at all costs. Yager makes a nice play into the center, tries to force it back door, but his Owen Power makes a nice defensive play to stop that. Boogaboom comes back the other way, hits Lemieux off the puck, and I'm gone the other way. I make a bad turnover here, but I recover the puck because this player, for some reason didn't pick it up, but that's just NHL 23. I'm trying to hold on to the puck as much as I said. He gets a nice poke off when I'm trying to shoot that short side shot. McDavid still has the puck though. My goal here is again to keep the puck. I want to reduce it going back to my defenseman, and as soon as it does go back to my defenseman, I reset just because I don't want him to have that turnover. Now I see that he's getting very aggressive on me. He's getting kind of mad that I'm not, giving him the puck. And so he's going to go for a lot of big hits on the rush. He's going to try to poke check me a lot. As you can see, he's got his right stick pushed forward, trying to go for hits. So I'm just cycling the puck around, making sure that he, stays aggressive on me. And he does get a turnover here. Now, I stick lift here, which I think probably stopped a probable goal. I don't know if it necessarily would have been a goal, but I think that stick lift was quite efficient, actually. So yeah, another thing is I won that faceoff that led to him not scoring a goal. You always want to do the stick lift there or a tie up, depending on what their preference is. If they like to go straight back or if they, like to tie up. But yeah, you want to make sure that you win those defensive faceoffs and not necessarily win. I think it's less important to win the defensive zone faceoffs than it is to counter. Like, it's more important to counter them making the guaranteed goal play off the faceoff than you winning the faceoff, if that kind of makes sense. So just stopping them from winning the faceoff, trying to get the puck in deep, make sure that he can't, make the most of his power play here. I'm just trying to be annoying with my stick here, playing in the center of the ice, going for the block shot. I get a nice save from Demko. He sends it back to his defense. I get another stick lift here, and it leads to another penalty from Tage Thompson. But like I said, I already have a 4-1 lead, so if I even let in a goal here off of this power play, it's not the end of the world to me, but I get the touch of the puck with Edmondson there. As you can see, my lines are absolutely terribly gassed, I guess is the right word to say. And so here, I notice that he has his offense playing tight, and then he has the forehand draw. I lose the draw, but he makes a nice save, or Demko makes a nice save for me there. You really want to make sure that you're avoiding those faceoffs. The proper faceoff for me to do there would have been to do a tie-up, because at worst, I draw the faceoff, and at best, I win the faceoff. So I predicted that he was going to go back to that guy again to go for the short side shot with Nylander off the pass. So I did the stick lift to counter that, and I'm just sending the puck out as fast as I can. Now that I'm on the power play, you can ice the puck. I'm just trying to get rid of the puck out of my zone. I know there's only 7 minutes or 8 minutes or so left, so I'm trying to, reduce the amount of time that he has in my zone. He makes a nice play here with power, a nice far side wrister, gets back the one that I got with McDavid, same kind of goal. But at the end of the day, I didn't have my defensive line set up, and I think he takes no, he doesn't take a timeout here. He takes it after this. But I didn't have my power play and penalty kill line set for this game, so it kind of costed me that I had Poulin out there for the penalty kill. But Slavkovsky makes a nice play into the middle. The pass doesn't work. I pick it back up with McKinnon. I try to go for the wrap. He makes a nice poke check with his goalie. But then again, I'm back checking right away with Slavkovsky. He gets a turnover, and he's right back into the other zone. Now, it was an offside, but I stopped his rush because I was controlling Slavkovsky there instead of controlling my defenseman. And this is where he takes the timeout. Now, you can see the stats right now. He's playing very aggressive. He has 18 hits, and the faceoffs are 12-4, which is a big determinant in why I'm winning this game. I have a 50% shooting percentage, which is, somewhat lucky, I would say. But at the end of the day, I'm capitalizing on my chances, and that's what you need to do against a team that's better than yours. So I'm backchecking here with McKinnon. Like I said, you always want to be controlling your forwards on the backcheck until the last possible second. And he doesn't tie me up on the boards there, which kind of surprised me. I cut him with Poulin. I'm trying to kind of hold the puck in the zone here. I think it's a turnover here off the hit. But like I look at Slavkovsky there, I'm backchecking with my forward. And you know what? He comes back and he stops the pass from going back door. And now I can send it out with my forward. Poulin gets cranked again, but I know there's only 1 minute 30 seconds left, so I'm just trying to kill the clock at this point. I'm up 2 goals. If I can stop him from getting 1 more goal before like 30 seconds, I know I'm going to win this game. So I'm just trying to keep him to the outside. He tries to do a backdoor pass, but I'm positioned so well that it doesn't go through. And you know what? There's 52 seconds left in this game. I know that I have the powerful position here, and I know that if I get it in his end, he's going to play super aggressive, which is going to open up opportunities for me to either score again or to, not let him score again. So he has the puck on Weber here. I hold McDavid in front of the net. I start pressuring him. He gets a turnover. I predict him going back to the top of the zone. I hit him with Nylander. And now Nylander's playing the center, looking for the block shot, which he gets, and now Yager's gone the other way. Now Yager does turn the puck over here, but at the end of the day, I stopped his rush. I made him reset, and I got the turnover again, sent it the other way. There's 30 seconds left, and at this point, what I'm thinking is I'm going to hold the puck in the zone for as long as I can. I try to do a spin move with Yager, but I back check with Nylander and get the puck back. So now I'm going the other way, looking to hold the puck for as long as possible, kill off this last 15 seconds. I see a nice shot opportunity there with Yager. He makes a nice poke. Maybe not the best idea to shoot that, but at the same time, there's only 15 seconds left. So worst case, I don't think he's scoring 2 goals. He makes a nice save on Yager there. 1 second left. I just get the last shot off and we win the game. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you beat an absolute God squad. Now I'm going to show you what the squad looks like at this point. I'm going to go over his squad. As you can see there, he's got like basically everybody that you want. There's a few players on his team that, would be on his 4th line, but even his 4th line is way better than my 3rd line, and I have a very good team. He has like literally all the best cards in the game. So, yeah. With that being said, I hope this video helped you guys learn how to, counter the top players and how to beat God squads, or at least how to play them close at the very worst. And you know what, going forward, I hope this video can show you, help you implement some habits that'll help you in these situations that I was just in, and hopefully it'll help you climb up the divisions. As you can see, I'm barely in Division 2, but I am still in Division 2, so I'll take it. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, comment I made it this far, and comment any future videos you'd like to see me upload. And with that being said, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.